dream. My four little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. I have a
dream. Dear Gannon family, this weekend we join with the nation in the celebration and observance of Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. This is an American holiday, and therefore it recalls the words of the founding of this nation and the history of this nation, turbulent in the 20th century, which led to Dr. King's marches and his speeches and his incredible work toward the pursuit of justice and equality in the United States. But it's not only an American holiday, it is an observance that speaks to the world. It speaks to every human being. It is a human message. It is a spiritual message. As a human message, Dr. King called forth from all people of goodwill to be dedicated to the change that brings about justice and equality that comes from nonviolence. Nonviolence doesn't simply mean passivity, resignation, sluggishness. It means active participation with others in a way that does not destroy other people and does not hate them, but seeks to use the force of love, the self-sacrifice, the generosity toward the love of neighbor to bring about their good. This takes real work. This takes real reflection. This takes a certain energy from all of us to refuse to hate. Dr. King said that nonviolence is external. We don't use a weapon to the destruction of another, but it is also internal. I not only do not shoot my enemy, I do not hate my enemy. And so, therefore, it is also a spiritual message, where Dr. King was inspired by the teachings, by the gospel of Jesus Christ. And many of Dr. King's speeches, you can see influences of the words of the gospel and the words of the prophets. In particular, he espoused and promoted the golden rule of Jesus' teaching in the Sermon on the Mount: do unto others as you would have them do unto you. And so Dr. King promoted the power and the challenge of love, the love of self-sacrifice, the love of generous gift. And so, dear Gannon family and friends, in the United States and throughout the world, may we be dedicated to the message of Dr. Martin Luther King, to his legacy, but even more so to his way of moving forward. That it is not only a tactical behavior, as Pope Benedict XVI once said, but rather it is a way of being for us, convinced that the power and love of God is the strongest force of all, and that we fight evil with the weapons of love and truth. We are created in the image and likeness of God, in the equality that we are sisters and brothers, worthy of love, made for love, and destined for love. May the legacy, the inspiration, the work of Dr. Martin Luther King give us the drive and the desire to move forward in his way of nonviolence, with action, with participation, with commitment, toward a community in which the barriers of racism, the barriers of division, the destruction of violence yield to the primacy of love, to the primacy of commitment, to the primacy of justice and peace.